Hello, I'm Jim Noel, Director of Economic Development for York County, and welcome to the latest edition of York County Economic Development in Focus. And today we're going to talk about entrepreneurism in general, and we're going to talk specifically about programs that York County has to support entrepreneurism. And I'm joined here today with Tim Ryan. Tim is the Executive Director of Launchpad, the Greater Williamsburg Business Incubator, and one of the Launchpad tenants, Heather Kirkering, who is the co-founder of Coastwise, an up-and-coming company located in the incubator. Thank you both so much for being here today. Greatly appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's no secret that entrepreneurism is how most companies are created today, how most jobs are created in our country, and York County certainly wants to support that. And one of the ways we're doing that is with the Launchpad.
The Launchpad is a world-class business incubator located here, right in the Greater Williamsburg area. And what we do is we provide the resources that are needed for businesses and entrepreneurs. So by resources, I talk about office space. We have mentorships. We have access to capital if a business is looking for investment opportunities to help fund their businesses. We provide them with the teachings, classwork, workshops, those types of things so they learn how to start their business, grow their business, and ultimately succeed in business right here in our backyard. Once you're in the space, you'll see that it's a really open and collaborative environment, and that is by design. The serendipitous relationships that are created within the Launchpad is really where the magic happens, and we put a lot of time and effort to make sure that the right people can intersect together and exchange ideas, and that's really where the magic happens and where all the learning occurs.
Someone who's actually experiencing that. Heather, can you tell us a little bit about your experience in the incubator and how it's benefited you? And also want to give you an opportunity to do a commercial for Coastwise. So if you want to tell us about your company, that would be great too.
Sure, thank you. So Coastwise was founded in 2015, and I have a co-founder, Steve Wohl, who's in the Hampton Roads area too. And our backgrounds are largely in the sciences. So we come from oceanographic and meteorological backgrounds, and we want to try to build products for people to have more or easier access to augmented reality, real-time marine and weather data, which is kind of a mouthful. And the two of us had, again, a background in that, and generally through federal jobs or working with nonprofits and a whole slew of things, but not necessarily running a business. So we had this great idea, we thought, and I had relocated to Virginia just like 3 years ago and moved to Williamsburg. And luckily, this all kind of came together through the startup community. We started our business. I got introduced to Tim and the Launchpad and moved in and started renting one of their spaces. And through that, I've gained a lot of knowledge. I mean, I basically came to the table with, I have this scientific background, but I don't have a way to move my product forward. And I think we've made great strides in the last couple of years working on our product. And a lot of that has been because we have great mentors that come to the Launchpad, which Tim has mentioned, but just the day-to-day interactions of experiencing and learning from other people's setbacks or pivots or product development or how they're marketing, what their marketing strategies are. All of those things have been really helpful in helping us to move forward and determine what is the best next step for our business. So it's really been invaluable.
And I guess your product, just a little bit more, is kind of like Waze for boaters, or more than that, or?
It's a good question because that's an element of it that we're interested in. Right now, it is an app in the iTunes store, and it can bring you, again, as close to possible real-time data for things like waves and water levels and tides and winds. So all kinds of different variables you would want to know if you're on the coast, or this one is in particular aimed at recreational boaters. So before you go out and when you're out, just having a greater situational awareness. And we are still in the process of developing it to the place we want it to be. So there's a lot in line. And actually the Launchpad comes in there to be really helpful to help us prioritize which things to do first, how to raise more money to get those things, and then again, how to market it. So once we really launch it, then it's ready to go, and maybe we'll start seeing some true great revenues.
Great product for our area, and a blatant York County commercial. We've eliminated our boat tax, so encourage the boaters here to take advantage of that product as well. So we've talked about the services for the businesses in the incubator, in Launchpad, but it's not just for them. Other businesses can benefit from some of the programs that the Launchpad has as well, right, Tim?
We can help and assist any entrepreneur. So we have a virtual component.
Okay.
So if you don't need your own dedicated office that we have in the incubator, you can be a virtual member. That will still give you access to all the mentorship, the programming that we have in place. And instead of having your own dedicated office, you may hot desk from one location to another, whatever office is available at that given time. And we have one other type of membership, it's a community membership. And with that, you get a mailing address so that your mail can be delivered there. You don't necessarily have to use your home address for your business listing, but then you still can take advantage of the mentorship opportunities. The main difference is that when the space is open, that you can come up and you can grab a desk and you can do the work that you need to do, just on a more limited scale.
So somebody could kind of do this incrementally.
Correct.
They could get involved,
Correct.
and maybe a full-time space there isn't what they need, but we can still assist
Absolutely.
them. And again, it's all about growing companies of all types in the 3 localities, York County, James City County, and the city of Williamsburg.
Absolutely.
It's a wonderful program. So Tim, we've talked a lot about the services that you provide the clients there, but we've also got to have those mentors and others to assist the businesses. Can you talk about how people can get involved with the Launchpad, how they can participate?
So we're always looking for successful business people of all kinds. So whether if it is accounting and finance, taxes, marketing, sales, we're always looking for people that have been there, they've done it, they're successful. They understand that when they started their career, however many years ago, that someone bet on them to be successful, and now it's time to pay forward and help the entrepreneurs that we have in this space.
They have some strong partnerships with other local other local organizations or companies, but one in particular is with the William and Mary Business School. And so that's one way Coastwise stands to benefit here shortly, is that we may have an intern for the summer and potentially the school year that's part of the business school partnership with the Launchpad that will really help us hone in on our marketing strategy for the next year.
Any business, if they just have to bring the hustle to the table, and then we'll bring the pieces together so they can keep on moving forward.
And you're so connected to all the different things happening in the city and in the county with regards to various fundraising events or various events that are highlighting small businesses or new entrepreneurs in the area, or anything even with like the economic development area. So we're always getting things in our inbox to like invitations to various events, because the Launchpad is so connected, where we can go network more or learn from other people or other stories.
It's a lot of fun to watch the businesses grow from the first day that they walk through the space with just an idea, and to track that success. There's really no such thing as an overnight success. It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of teamwork, and we bring all that together at the Launchpad, and to watch the businesses grow is a lot of fun.
And just to kind of plug this into economic development in my role, what we're looking for here is for these businesses to graduate. It is an incubator, so we do want you to hatch, so to speak, and be out in the community creating jobs and wealth in the community, and then we'll have more people come through the incubator and
That's right.
continue this process to build our local economy for everyone's benefit. So it's a tremendous program.
Absolutely.
So those are some wonderful resources at the incubator, but as we all know, capital is king. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about an exciting business competition that can result in real money for these businesses. Please stay tuned. Welcome back to York County Economic Development in Focus on Entrepreneurism. And with me are Tim Ryan, Executive Director of the Launchpad, the Greater Williamsburg Business Incubator, and Heather Kirkering, co-founder of Coastwise, one of the tenants in the incubator. When we left, we were talking about capital. The money, very important, obviously, for any business's success. And There's some unique ways to get that capital. Tim, you want to talk about one of the ways that these companies can perhaps get some money?
Love to. Start Peninsula is something we've been doing. This is our 6th year that we've been working on Start Peninsula, and it's a first-class event. All the communities within the peninsula, we all cooperate together, and it's a platform for anyone with a business idea. You don't have to be in business, you don't have to be making money, but just if you have that business idea, this is your opportunity to get on stage. You have 90 seconds to pitch your business idea, and then throughout the course of a weekend, it takes place on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you can work on that business idea, and if you are one of the 3 lucky winners, you could walk away with up to $10,000 for first place, $7,500 for second place, or $5,000 for third place.
Now, the people that originally pitch, if they're not selected for the top ones, do they have a role in this moving forward? Or
They do. We encourage everyone, stick around throughout the course of the entire weekend. You have the option that you can work on your business, or you can latch on to another team. So what we strive for is we want 30 people to pitch their business idea on a Friday night. They pitch that idea to a panel of judges. Those judges will then evaluate their pitch and will narrow that down to 10 teams. Those 10 teams then will work on that business idea. And if you are not part of that top 10, then you can hook up with one of those teams and help them work on their business idea throughout the course of the weekend. And then again on Sunday night, we bring those final 10 teams together. They then have a 5-minute pitch that they will pitch to the same panel of judges, and then from that top 10, it gets narrowed down to the 3 winners.
Now, Heather, you were actually a winner of Start Peninsula. What was your experience like?
Yeah, we won in the Start Peninsula competition in 2015. It was great, and I was going to jump in and say how valuable it was to have that whole weekend to work, because what you do between a 90-second pitch and the longer pitch on the Sunday afternoon can really sort of make or break how it goes, what the outcome is. So I got involved actually in the lead up to Start Peninsula, which is something called Pitch Perfect, where I would go to the Launchpad and practice my pitch a few times. Gosh, I don't know, I guess I did it probably 5 or 6 times, and I did that with a number of other people, other businesses practicing, and that was really phenomenal learning experience, and just covering the material that needed to be presented and also the style in which it needed to be presented in. And I think everybody really changed from like the first pitch to the one they ended up giving at the competition. So that was really great to see.
Well, obviously you did it very well. You were the winner. And have you been able to use that prize money in your business? How has that impacted your company moving forward?
Well, 1, it was just great networking, and 2, it was great confidence booster that we had this great idea and we should move forward with it. And we used the money to help us move forward in developing the product. So I had mentioned a little earlier that the co-founders, myself and my co-founder, have more of a scientific background, but we're not necessarily programming the app that we've built. So we need other resources, and so that money really helped us get those resources and move our idea forward. So
Pitch Perfect is a really important feature that we have. We do Pitch Perfect 6 times leading up to Start Peninsula. So a lot of people have never really had the opportunity to pitch on stage. That Friday night, it's just you and a microphone, and you're staring out into an audience of 100, 200 people and 5 judges. So put yourself in that position where you're in the middle of Shark Tank and people tend to freeze up. So we host 6 Pitch Perfect events at various locations, Hampton, Newport News, and at the Launchpad.
I think you were telling me earlier that a lot of the winners of past Start Peninsulas went through those Pitch Perfect classes,
Absolutely.
right, to get ready. So it seems to be a key element in trying to win a competition like this.
I mean, just to be able to go on stage with the confidence, knowing what it is, what the message is that you need to convey to the judges, it's will make or break your opportunity to succeed
Right.
for that weekend.
That's a big help, I would think, to the company. And I think there were people in the audience are participating, some venture capitalist folks as well. Tim, is that accurate?
That's true too.
There are.
Yeah.
In addition to the judges, we have an audience of 200 people, and you have no idea who is in that audience. We have had individual investors, high worth individuals, people that represent different companies, and once that pitch is done, and if you've said the right things, they'll walk up to you and they'll start the conversation to want to learn more about you and your business. But Heather, you also hit on a really important topic as well, was the mentorship at Start Peninsula. And we, as the organizing committee for Start Peninsula, we search the entire peninsula for those mentors to bring in for the entire weekend. So if you're part of the top 10, or if you're not part of the top 10 working throughout the course of the weekend, you have access to attorneys and accountants, the whole gamut of expertise to help you with your individual business. So if you have that idea, if you just have that thought in your head, what if we were able to do this, or take the opportunity, go to the website, startpeninsula.com. There's a very quick pitch application. Apply to pitch, and you never know what could happen. We encourage everyone.
And you know, in addition to that, one of the things that was really interesting to see was just the breadth of business ideas that people had. So, you know, I had my individual app and business that I was trying to promote, but I mean, we had people there that were young or old, a huge array of experiences and just totally different ideas, from things from helping children to, you know, new drones and new ideas, things to do with drones. So it just ranged significantly between like even social things to technology.
Adjustable dog food,
Yeah,
hands for dogs. We've had a cidery that they're now they're open and operational with hard apple cider. I mean, it's not necessarily tech specific.
Yeah.
So it ranges from apps to manufacturing to all different types of products. And it's really kind of like networking on steroids there with some very focused assets that can help you.
And that is the most encouraging thing, is the entrepreneurial community is very supportive of everyone else in terms of presenting a business idea.
So you can't be afraid to fail, right? Isn't that one of the keys of entrepreneurism?
That is right. If you're not failing, you're not trying.
You will fail at some point, but you will succeed too.
So this is a great opportunity, and just to be clear, this is for all the localities on the peninsula. All the localities participate in this program. We're going to take another short break, and when we return, we're going to talk to another local entrepreneur who started her own home-based business. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Joining me now is Tony Chavis, owner of TTC Enterprises, a home-based business located in York County. Tony, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
I'd like for you today just to start off, tell us a little bit about your business, TTC Enterprises.
Well, TTC started out as a really small business. It was just my husband and I. We started out as handymen here on the peninsula, working in local homes. And as time went on, our company kind of grew. So we moved into home improvement. And over time, I actually had an opportunity to go back to school and got my master's in interior design. So that's also a faction of what we do now.
Home-based businesses are a big part of our economy in York County.
Yes.
In fact, interestingly, at any given time, there's about 4,500 business licenses, and as much as 3,000 of those are home-based businesses. So you're one of many, and that has been a focus for our department. And I know you have played a role in our home-based business program.
Yes.
Could you tell us about how you participated in that?
Yes. Actually, I met Melissa and had an opportunity to talk to her one day, and we kind of got to talking about the whole home-based business concept. And so I was all on board when they started with the committee. And I think it's just a wonderful thing that the county is so focused on helping those home-based businesses to grow. So it's been definitely a great thing for my business because it allowed me to network and meet other people in the county, to learn different things that we needed to know as a small business, and reach out and get those resources that we needed.
Yeah, and that's difficult. I would think when you're a home-based business, you're not necessarily getting those networking opportunities. You might not be aware of those resources. And just for our viewing audience, Melissa is Melissa Davidson, who is the Assistant Director of the Economic Development Department at the county. And Melissa has really been the architect in the heart of our home-based business program.
Yes, she has.
And working with folks like yourself, created our first home-based business resource fair.
Our first meeting was at the YMCA, which it turned out even better than we had expected. The networking event that happened, the vendors that were there to help small businesses, the classes, the training, there was just so much that went on that was fantastic. And we got great reviews from it, and it's only growing every year now, so it's great.
So Tony, you've served on the planning committee for the Home-Based Business Resource Fair, and thank you very much for doing that, by the way.
Thank you, thank you. It has definitely been a great opportunity in that I have actually met quite a few people that have helped my business. For instance, CPAs and accountants, people that have been able to help me with payroll as our company has grown. We also have people that do financial planning. There's vendors that have come in that give you a lot of information from a legal perspective and how you can make sure you stay out of trouble as a small business. They keep you on the straight and narrow, but they give you a lot of insight into things that as a small business owner you may not know. So it's a great resource for that, and it has proven to be quite effective for a lot of the people who have attended.
So this would be a great opportunity for businesses out there that sell services and goods to home-based businesses to be a sponsor of this event. How would they go about doing that?
Yes, actually, if you go to yorkbidsexpo.com, you can sign up there to be a sponsor or to be a vendor, and it is your first step in moving forward. Now, saying that the York County Chamber of Commerce is a partner in this venture, and I am also a member of the York County Chamber of Commerce as well. Joining the Chamber of Commerce is another great way to get your business out there and to network and to find out other avenues and venues that will help you in your business. So with them sponsoring this event as well, that's just another great avenue for anybody who wants to be a sponsor or a vendor to get their name out.
And the Chamber has business after hours events?
Yes, yes. We have monthly events every month. One of the members of the Chamber of Commerce, in which is a very strong Chamber of Commerce, I must say, we have the monthly events, and every month we get together, there's food, there's drinks, you get a chance to network and socialize a little bit, but it's a monthly affair, and every month somebody from the Chamber, who is one of the business owners, sponsors those events. So not only do you just get a chance to come together, you're going to move all over the county, different areas. You get to see some of the businesses where they function from and actually see their space and where they operate from. So that's also another great thing, is you get to actually go inside of some of these businesses that you may not visit at any other time. For instance, one of the recent ones that we just did, the new assisted living facility that just opened up on the corner of 17. That was a great opportunity. They actually allowed us to tour the facility so that you could see firsthand what it is that they offer.
That's terrific. And they're an equal partner in the Home-Based Business Resource Fair as well,
yes,
right?
Yes, absolutely.
Very, very good. Now, we do have some grants for home-based businesses. Have you been able to take advantage of any of those?
I haven't actually applied for any of the grants myself. As I said, we kind of started kind of small, so we have been trying to manage our growth and just kind of do things within a certain limit. Not saying that I would not consider applying for one of those grants.
One of the most popular ones is our e-commerce grant program. So a home-based business that may want to upgrade their website or add a shopping cart feature or something like that, they can apply to the Office of Economic Development and go on our website, which is very easy, yesyorkcounty.com, and look up for that e-commerce grant program, which can be very helpful to a small business.
Absolutely.
Is there anything else you'd like to add about the home-based business program?
A lot of home-based business owners struggle with what's the next step. Coming to these events, taking the opportunity to actually step out of the home on a periodic basis can really help them move forward in what it is they plan to do.
Well, that's great. I didn't mention earlier, we also have a grant program for those that want to transition from the home into commercial space. Very unique effort,
Yes.
a home-based business transition grant program, and folks can find information about that on our website as well. In fact, this whole effort of home-based business and this focus on home-based businesses and programs has been kind of a new program for us.
Well, by the way, I wanted to say congratulations to you and your team for receiving the 2017 NACO Achievement Award for the Home-Based Business Program and being named one of 100 Brilliant Ideas at Work.
Well, thank you, and I got to say the credit for that really goes to Melissa Davidson, our Assistant Director, who really has been the architect of this program. And Melissa would be here right now, but she's involved in her other passion called motherhood right now. So,
Absolutely.
well, Tony, thank you so much for being here today and helping us out. And I just want to congratulate you on the success of TTC Enterprises and being a successful entrepreneur. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You deserve a lot of credit. It's not easy. And for our audience out there, home-based businesses are very important to York County. We pride ourselves in providing assistance, so please contact my office. We would love to help you grow your business, maybe transition to commercial space, or simply be successful in your home. Thank you very much for your contribution to the county. And please stay tuned for future programs on economic development in focus.